Well, this grounding couldn't come at a worse time. March break is typically one of the busiest travel weeks here at Pearson Airport. And right now, some airlines are scrambling to consolidate their flights. Air Canada, for example, carries about 12,000 people every single day on those affected aircraft. Now, behind me here, you can see some people standing around with their luggage. Right now, they're in the process of trying to rebook their flights. I did speak to one stranded woman here a little earlier on. She should be on a flight to Arizona as we speak, but she tells me she's been trying to rebook ever since the news first broke before noon.
I got a call from my parents on the drive here that my flight was canceled, so immediately called Air Canada. And when I called the Air Canada 1-800 number, they actually wouldn't even take any calls. They told me to just call back because my whole idea was I'm going to make the call and try and organize it before I get here so it's not going to be chaotic. And then when I got here, nobody really seemed to know what to do. So they said I couldn't talk to anyone in person, that I had to go down and make a phone call on these phones that would take me directly to reservation, but the phones actually, 3/4 of them didn't have a dial tone. So it took me a while to figure out how to do that. And people there said they'd waited for half an hour, hadn't gotten through to anybody.
None of these phones work. There's no dial tone. Yeah, these phones don't work.
This problem just didn't occur. This was a well-known ticking time bomb that it was either a binary, the planes were going to get grounded, and if it did, the airline has known for a minimum of 24 hours this potential issue was going to occur. And not having any type of contingency, not sending out an email blast.
Did you guys have any kind of contingency plan in place in the last 24 hours, say, knowing that this might come?
Actually, not really. We were just waiting for the decision first. Right, as soon as we heard from the decision, this is when we we were kind of expecting it, right? But we didn't have really a big plan set up for it already. But as soon as we heard from it, our team regrouped and we planned everything.
There are 41 Boeing 737 MAX 8 planes in our country. 24 of them are used by Air Canada. In a statement, the airline says, "We are working to rebook impacted customers as soon as possible, but given the magnitude of our 737 MAX operations, which on average carry 9,000 to 12,000 customers per day, customers can expect delays in rebooking and in reaching Air Canada call centers." WestJet is next in line with 13 of the affected aircraft. That airline says this decision has an impact on the travel plans of our WestJet guests, and we ask for understanding as we work to rebook all guests affected as quickly as possible. We have 162 aircraft and more than 92% of our overall fleet that remain in service. It goes on to say we are contacting impacted guests to arrange for alternate travel plans. The other 4 MAX 8s belong to Sunwing. They voluntarily grounded operations yesterday due to logistical issues with airspace restrictions in other countries. Over the weekend, thousands of people took off on these planes for March break destinations. Wendy Parody with the Canadian Association of Travel Agents is confident those travelers will make it home. Countless number of people are now on vacation. Are they going to have issues or hassles getting home in the next few days?
I think over the next few days that there will be some disruptions. For March break, the vast majority of passengers will be traveling on Saturday and Sunday. And it is my expectation that the airlines will have new flights ready by then and will have already communicated schedule changes. And so I think that if it was Saturday today, that might be a different issue. But the fact that we're sitting at Wednesday and most of those passengers will travel on the weekends, that I think that they need to be patient.
Now, just to put things into perspective, Air Canada says their MAX 8 aircraft represents about 6% of their entire fleet of about 400 planes. Now, customers who are being impacted by canceled flights are being asked to contact their travel agents or the call center, although those who are traveling within the next 72 hours will take priority.